So, yeah, I think I'm bi. Hey everyone, I'm heading home today. I do have to say, this is like the most quiet, dead airport that I've ever been in. You guys can probably tell behind me, it's not busy at all. I like it. I like it a lot. You know, it's a nice chill vibe here. And usually the airport is very crazy and just, you don't want to interact with anybody. You just want to get on your plane and whatever. But I like the vibe here. It's really, really chill. And there's not many people here at all. I mean, look, you can see the what are they called? The gambling machines, the slot machines. Yeah, all those slot machines behind me. Because I am in Nevada. One of the cool things here is that you can actually get a drink to go. So I got some Coke to go, and I've just been walking around with it, drinking it. One of those adult Cokes, you know. Anyway, I thought I was heading out, originally I thought I was going to be heading out tomorrow on the 22nd, but I'm actually heading out today, so I'll be home at around 7:30, but I'm going to pick up Lucky, and I'm going to show you guys that and everything. I actually got a call 2 days ago from the place that I'm boarding him at, and they called me and they said that he tore up his bed and there was nothing left of it, and they were just calling me to see if I wanted to salvage it, I guess, or have them try to put the stuffing back in. I was like, nah, just throw it away. So I'll have to remember that next time I board him somewhere. He needs a toy, something to chew on, something to entertain him, because I think this is the longest I've ever been away from him. So I can't wait to see him. You guys are gonna see that. And yeah, I'm gonna get ready to walk over to my gate and get on my plane. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the past video shoot that I just got back from and some other things that have crossed my mind and really made me start to think about my life and who I am as a person. So let's get right into this video, guys. First, I want to give a shout out to my very much appreciated Patreon members. So Dion Marandola, Joseph Graham, John Spitznagel, Tim Hicks, Anthony, Gaston F., Joshua Patterson, Jason Evitz, Joe L., W.L. Larson, Jason, and Jim. Thank you guys so much for being members of my Patreon. I hope you're enjoying all of my content over there. Always be free to give me suggestions of content that you would like to see in the future. Other than that, guys, if you're interested in following me on a more intimate level, check out my Patreon. I'll post a link to it right here on the screen so you can just check me out if you desire to. Alright guys, let's get right into this video. So, yeah, I think I'm bi. I think I've talked about this in other videos in the past, but after getting back from the shoot this past week, I spent a lot of time with straight guys. That was practically all I was around this past week. And I haven't been around straight guys, like real straight guys like that, in a very long time. So just hanging around them and kind of, just conversing with them and getting to know them, it really made me start to think about myself. Some of you guys may know that I really don't know who I am as a person. I'm still trying to figure that out. I do have to say, though, it feels great to be booked and busy. It is such a good feeling to just know that I have jobs booked for the next couple of months. I have money coming in. I'm not worrying about anything, really. I feel great. I feel excited, ambitious for my future. And I think everybody should feel that way in whatever they're doing and whatever they're putting all of their efforts towards. So as I said, guys, I just got back from a modeling shoot, and I was the only straight guy in the modeling house, which we were staying in. And must I say, this was a very nice house in Nevada. This was I think it was 6 bedrooms, and there was plenty of space for everybody. There was There was 5 models, not including me, so there were 6 models in all. There was plenty of space for all the models. It wasn't congested or anything like that. But guys, I was contemplating on talking about this, but I did actually opt to get my vaccine, and I chose to go with the Pfizer vaccine, and I got my second Pfizer shot last week, and I started feeling just a little bit like I had a flu, like a cold a little bit, kind of an itchy throat, a runny nose. And I had already been at the model house for 2 days. And I was starting to get nervous because I felt perfectly fine until I showed up to the house. And I thought, oh no, my side effects from my shot are coming up. And it's like the worst possible time for me to be experiencing this. It got pretty bad, guys. My nose started to run profusely, and I had kind of a dry cough. I still kind of do. That's probably why I sound a little bit congested. But yeah, I think what I'm experiencing right now is because of my side effects from the Pfizer vaccine. And the majority of people that I've talked to who've received the Pfizer vaccine have also experienced the same side effects that I'm facing right now. So I hope I'm not like the only one out there. But guys, let me know in the comments if you have gotten your vaccine and if you have experienced any side effects, because I would love to know. So I spent a lot of time talking to these guys because, in retrospect, I would never really come into contact with guys like that in my normal day-to-day life. So I think they were really interested in getting to know me in the same way that I was really interested in getting to know them. They were asking me a bunch of questions because I told them I did YouTube and, that I don't work a regular job. So it was really nice getting to know those guys, and I kind of miss them a little bit. Isn't that weird? Like, I kind of miss having them by my side every single night, because for the past week, that's what it was like. After talking to them and kind of seeing them and how they live their life, it really inspired me, and it made me want to build more muscle mass. Because, guys, something funny happened on the second to last day that I was there. We went to an outdoor gym to take pictures, and one of the other models asked another model if he knew what muscle ups were. And I was like, what's muscle ups? I've never heard that before. And he's like, oh, it's just when you get on the bar and you pull yourself up. So you're like holding yourself up like that. I'm like, oh, I can do that. And so I took my shirt off. I hopped on the pole and I did it. I did 3 of them in a row. And 2 of the other guys couldn't even do it. And they're like swole, like, whoa, like their muscles are like out to here. They're a lot shorter than me, guys. I'm 6'1", so they're probably like 5'10", 5'11". but they were like, oh no, I can't do that. So only me and this one other model could do it. And the other model that could do it was like, I would not even know that you could do that just by looking at you. And I was like, you know what? That is not the first time I've ever heard that. And I know it's because I'm super skinny. Like, you can't see any of my muscle mass at all. And it's mainly because my arms are so long and all the muscles are like stretched out. I'm not short and kind of stubby, so I don't have, forearms or like biceps that are this long. So it takes a lot more protein intake for me to get those juicy looking muscles. But that is my next point, is that I want to start bulking up a little bit. I don't want to look like a twink for the rest of my 20s. I feel like I'm not really a twink anymore. Maybe in your guys' eyes, I'm still a twink, but in my mind, I'm a strong young man and I can take anything that's thrown to me, and I just want to display that to the world. And I don't want people to look at me and just think, oh, he's just a skinny little white boy. Like, he's just weak, he's a weakling. I don't want that, because I know I'm not weak, and I want to just look in the mirror. Let me stop myself, because I do look in the mirror and I do sometimes get turned on by myself, but I want to show up to a place and be like, oh, he works out, like, oh, don't mess with him, because I felt a little bit like when I showed up to the model house, they thought I was a twink and I was automatically, into guys, and it just made me feel kind of less than a man, but not in a bad way. That's my own insecurities speaking. That's nothing that they pushed onto me or anything. That's just the way that I feel inside that I need to work on. But definitely, guys, I'm going to be bulking up a little bit. Not too much, but I'm going to be bulking up a little bit. I already spent like $200 at the grocery store today and bought a bunch of chicken and steak and just carbs, stuff to freeze and stuff like that. But this is going to happen. It's on the books. It's going to happen. So hold me to it, okay? Another thing that really pushed itself into my mind when I was working with these guys is that I'm into girls. Like, I really am into girls. I've always been into girls since the day I can remember. And I think the biggest thing for me is that attractive girls are way more intimidating to me than attractive guys. I don't know what it is, because I grew up with a bunch of friends that were girls, attractive girls at that, and I remember certain guys in my class, being shady towards me because I was friends with a girl that he had a crush on and just stuff like that. So one of the things that also caught me by surprise was that during my scenes, the only videos that I was kind of getting excited to or reaching for, if you will, were straight videos. Like, I was not reaching for any of the same gender videos at all. I was just reaching for straight videos, and it just was like instant. As soon as I started watching them, it was like, oh. And the other videos were like, I'd have to search and I have to find one that's just right. And it really made me start to think about myself after the scene when I was taking the shower, washing all the fluids off me. Like, dang, what am I? What do I like? Who am I? Do I know myself? It's confusing. Another thing that happened, guys, which is just crazy, and it just shows you how magical our universe is. I got into Phoenix last night. I'm filming this on Wednesday, so I got into Phoenix on Tuesday, the 21st. And I landed at 7:30, got to the pet store where I was boarding my dog at 7:45. And as soon as I got there, there was a girl standing there, and she was waiting for her dog, and I was just waiting in line behind her, and after like 2 minutes, she turned around and she started talking to me. And she's like, oh, is your dog here? Just asking me questions about my dog and like me. And she started asking, like, what do you do? And where do you live? And we sat there and talked for 15 minutes. And I have to say, she was the most cutest girl I have ever seen. Her eyes were like sparklers on the 4th of July. Like, her eyes were so bright and just beautiful. And I just enjoyed every moment of talking to her. And even after she left, I was still thinking about her, driving all the way home with Lucky. And it just made me think, like, dang, I want to find a girl, you know? Like, I want to settle down with a girl. I want to have kids one day. I want to have, like, a normal family. I don't want to just be driven for the wrong reasons to be with somebody, if that makes sense. I want to be with somebody naturally. I want to find a girl that's okay with my past and the job that I do and the career path that I've chosen to take. And that's just how I've always felt. I've always loved girls. I've always had girlfriends, guys. And I see the true value and beauty in women. And I want to have a family. I'm the last guy in my family. And if I don't have a kid, then my last name is dead. I don't have a last name anymore. Like, there's no offspring, you know? I feel like so much pressure on me at the same time to have a kid, but I also want to have a kid. So I see that happening in my future. I hope this doesn't turn you guys off from me, but I'm nervous that I won't find a girl that's okay with the job that I'm doing right now. You know, I know there's someone out there for everybody, but I just want to know what I can do better to ensure that a beautiful woman comes into my life and is okay with me and loves me and allows me to love them to my fullest extent. So, other than that, guys, I don't want to get too savvy and, like, you know, heartfelt in this, but I hope you guys were understanding of where I was coming from. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you thought, and I will see you tomorrow because it's Wednesday. Bye, guys.